Good morning, everyone. If you're here with me now or here with me later, it's always morning when we begin the daily sit, starting this day anew. And today is really special in terms of counting the Omer. We are on Netzach of Tiferet, or finding kind of a victory in truth that's based in compassion. And really just auspiciously and miraculously, I pulled justice today, and justice distills into truth, into the meaning of what is your truth today. What is true for you, and how can you face truth with compassion? So I'll say something very personal that came up for me. It's not very deep. It's a little bit it's a little bit silly, but I last night I finished a project, and I rewarded myself with with junk food, with pizza and cannolis and ice cream, which I don't usually do. I don't usually eat sugar or wheat, but I went a little crazy, just in a good way. It was kind of like, I'm going to celebrate, so I'm going to order all this food to come in, and it's going to be fun, and I'm going to watch a movie and kind of go crazy eating stuff that I really shouldn't be eating. So this morning I woke up, and there was a truth on my brain, which is, you are terrible. You have to starve yourself today to make up for that terrible thing that you did. That is the truth. The truth is, you're a very bad girl. And then I realized that's not the truth. The truth is, I ate all that stuff, and I'm gonna feel a little sick today, but that's the only truth. The only truth is what is actually there. I I ate that. I ate that pizza and that cannoli and that ice cream. And at the moment, it was in the spirit of celebration. And in the second moment, it was in the spirit of, oh God, what have I done? But it has nothing to do with the whole picture. What is actually true? And that's a very silly example, perhaps, but it is so important. And the song that I was playing, Emet means truth, and it's the Hebrew word for truth. And I think the focus of this meditation, especially on a Monday morning when I'm recording this or streaming it, it's very much about, what do I want for this new week? How do I let go of the past week? This is the secular week. Of course, the Jewish week begins yesterday, or at the end of Shabbat on Saturday night, but it is this sense of what is really true, and what is true about what I'm going to do today, and the work that I'm going to do, and the people that I'm going to reach out to. How can I keep myself true with compassion without using this as a way to use truth as a way to beat myself up? How do I use truth as a real guide for my actions and my thoughts, and even my feelings? So that compassionate truth is our focus today, and our tool to bring the breath back into the body and back into present tense will be that box breath of a count in, a count to hold full, a count out, and a count to hold empty. And that is sort of the grounding and the foundation of this compassionate truth, is to build a base of balance, because balance is actually another aspect of justice, and it's also another aspect of this day, this 18th day of counting the Omer. And 18 is a very important number in Jewish tradition, because in since every number has the a letter equivalent, this spells chai, or life, 18. So it's an auspicious day for counting the Omer, and it's auspicious day for us pulling the justice card, focusing on our own truth, no one else's. and the balance of and compassion of truth, where it's like that whole truth of me waking up saying you're a terrible person was not compassionate truth and not balance. And the truth of being clear about what I ate last night is also compassionate balance because it's keeping me in a compassionate reality. So that's our focus today. That's our tool. I'm going to play this song a little bit. We'll have a bell to bring us out of the meditation, but I want to bring us into the meditation gently and softly and compassionately. So I'm going to play just a few bars of this song while we close our eyes and transition into the sit. And with that sweet music and that song of truth, just allowing sight to diminish or disappear, and allowing the other senses to wake up inside us: taste, smell, hearing. What's the truth of what you taste? Simple truth, without applying judgment to the taste or the smell or the sounds or the feelings inside the body, just allowing the truth to be named. What do you smell? What do you taste? And what do you hear? And what do you feel inside this morning? Can you do a gentle, compassionate, truthful scan of the body and just see what's happening without judgment? Just the truth of what you're feeling this morning physically. And then grounding, feeling our seat upon this wonderful Mother Earth in her gravitational hug. It's just the truth of being able to sit in gravity and feel the ground beneath us, feel the earth wherever our body is touching the earth or whatever the closest thing to the earth is: chair, floor, bed, couch, wherever you are. And now, waking up the muscle of our imagination, we find the tailbone and allow the spine to grow up. The low back, mid back, upper back, neck. Shoulders are easily rolled away from each other and from the neck and from the ears. We feel the shoulders like wings of a bird coming off of our spine, but not fused to it, gently separate. And at the other end of those shoulders are hands that are released palm up for connection to spirit, to the unknown, and palm down for connection to ground and earth. What's the truth of what you need more of this morning? And now we release the jaw, the muscles behind the eyes, the front body, belly, ribs, heart, chin, all rest back towards the back body as we sit in the truth of our body, in the compassion of our existence, being with ourselves. just now in the truth of present tense. Turning our attention to breath, watching the breath flow in, expanding the torso and flowing out, watching the muscles contract a little bit as the breath releases, and then feeling that gentle pause between breaths. And now we begin the tool of the day. And if you feel comfortable doing so, release all the air from your body and then breathe in 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, and release the breath 2, 3, 4, and hold empty 2, 3, 4, and now use your own count. And it can be more than 4 or less than 4, whatever feels right for you, just evening out the in breath, the hold, the out breath, the hold. And this will be our tool to call the mind back to the breath when we notice it wandering too far away. And just sit with that contemplation of compassionate, balanced truth. What is true? Now and now and now, as we sit alone together, calling in compassionate truth, one breath at a time. at the midpoint of our sit, gently deepen the breath so that we are really allowing the breath to go all the way down into the belly and cycle out. Even if you'd like to, breathe in through the nose and sigh breath out through the mouth for a couple of rounds. And we can go deeper into this box breath if it's helping us, or utilize a different tool, just calling the mind back whenever we notice it taking off down the highway of future or past, trying to call the mind back to presence. Just finding the truth of each breath, the compassionate balance of emet, of truth, one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, you can deepen the breath, releasing the muscles and bones even a little bit more, practicing for living in present tense today. This sit is all about preparing ourselves for the world by connecting deeply with the truth of our own experience. And perhaps as you go about your day, making choices about what you're doing, what you're thinking, who you're spending time with, it's really important to live in that space of emet, of truth, not living someone else's life or the life you think you should be living, but to live the life you are living, life on life's terms. That beautiful sense of balance and compassionate truth, one breath at a time. And the bell invites us to open the eyes, to let the light in, to enjoy this beautiful day and all that it brings. And as we increase our sense of sight and our noticing of colors and shapes, we also remember the other senses, and we take all five of those senses into the day with gentle truth, with emet. Have a beautiful day, and Goddess willing, I will see you here again tomorrow.